Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's Sound Check. This time out, 3 Bluetooth control devices for Mac, PC, iOS, and Android from AirTurn. Let's get started. First up, we have the Digit 3. And this is a handheld controller that's great for presentation software, for operating iTunes, for running your music software, taking charge of your music display if you're using a notation display on stage. It works well in a variety of different situations. It provides you with 4 buttons around the outside of the ring, and those can be assigned to pretty much any command that you want. You might have those be arrow up, arrow down, volume down, page up, page down. You could have them send a particular key on your keyboard. The return key could be in the center for enter. So just about anything you want can be assigned using an app that allows you to assign those commands to those particular buttons. On an iOS device, you can also open up the keyboard if you need to enter something into an app. And it's very easy to set this up for one of 6 modes. The 6 modes are pre-configured to work with a lot of different types of software. So if you have a particular presentation software, if you're using iTunes, a multimedia software, or running a particular type of music software, there's probably a mode that'll get you really close. And then if you need to, you can go in and modify those settings to assign the controls to exactly what you need. But it's a super simple device to use. Simply turn it on, pair it up to your device, and take charge of your apps. Next up, we have the AirTurn Ped Pro, and that's this 2-button foot switch here. Now there are no moving parts here, so it's totally silent. It's also set up with a grip on the back so it stays in place when you put it on the floor. The Ped Pro makes a great companion to a sheet music app running on your iOS device. For example, I have Fourscore running here on my iPad, and you can use this to change up and down through the different songs in your set. Once again, we have 6 modes here, and those range from page up, page down, as we saw here on my iPad, but you can also do things like start and stop a music player. In fact, you could have this be a left mouse button click and a right mouse button click for operating your Mac or PC software. Once again, you can configure the foot switches to send exactly the commands that you want, and you do that using the AirTurn Manager app running on your PC, your Mac, or your iOS or Android device. Let's open that up. Here at the top, we see our Ped Pro. When we select that, we can access the manual. We can also go in and configure exactly what we want for each of the modes, what the left pedal is doing. You can set sequences, combinations of commands, add modifiers, shift controls, those kinds of things. So you can assign exactly the commands that you want to each the left and the right foot switch. Finally, we have the Stomp 6, and this may be my favorite of these 3 Bluetooth devices. And that's our foot pedal right here. It actually runs off a power supply, the same type of one that would be used with a stomp box or a guitar effects pedal, so you can use this on your pedal board. It connects by Bluetooth, again, to any of your devices, and the 6 buttons can be assigned to control different functions inside your apps. So for example, I've got this paired with my Mac, and I've got iTunes up here. We've got the far button is doing volume up, the next one, volume down, previous song, next song, start, stop, and you can also use the final button as a home key if you're using your iOS device. Now this will operate off a 9-volt battery, but AirTurn does recommend that you use it with a power supply, and again it'll work off any stomp box power supply. There are 6 different modes here, and in this case we've got a special mode actually for Pro Tools as well. So we can arm tracks, we can go into record, we can go into playback. There's even an undo command under switch 6. This makes it very easy to record by yourself using Pro Tools because you can control everything involved in recording using your feet on the Stomp 6. I hope you've enjoyed this look at these 3 Bluetooth control devices. For musicians, they're awesome. Whether you have a sheet music display app, a transcription app, whether you're controlling Pro Tools, any other app running on your Mac, your PC, your iOS device, or your Android device, you can control it using any of these 3 Bluetooth control devices. Thanks for joining me for Sweetwater Soundcheck. I'm Mitch Gallagher.